ceremony. With great pride, I stand before you this evening with your school counselors, teachers, friends, and parents as we recognize and distribute academic and departmental awards to our deserving students from the first 3 terms of this school year. I am proud of your academic achievements and thank your family members for the support of your child's academic career. Students, please join me in publicly thanking your family members for their support. Additionally, I'd like to thank Stephanie Morris and Teresa Walton and our counseling staff for gathering all this information together and for setting up for tonight's event. And at this time, I ask that you refer to the program for recognitions and other notes of interest. And it's now my pleasure to turn over the program to our school counselors to begin tonight's award ceremony. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Matt Kidman. I'm the school counseling director here at the high school. The Academic Letter Awards were established at Broadway High School to recognize and promote academic achievement. To be eligible to receive an award, students must have been enrolled in at least 5 credit-bearing courses during the 2021-22 school year. The awards are based on the grades earned from these courses through the first 3 terms of the school year. Students receiving an award for the first time will receive an Old English letter B. In addition, students earning a 4.0 or higher GPA will receive a Gold Star pin. Students who have already received their letter will earn either a gold bar for a 3.5 or higher GPA or a gold star for a GPA of 4.0 or higher. Presenting these awards this evening are Mrs. Nick and Mr. Sanders.
All right, we'll begin with our seniors. Seniors receiving a star include Michelle Arnold, Cole Brooks, Connor Brooks, Brody Carr, Emma Chuck, Sydney Collins. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. If you can please come up, you'll be able to get your stars, your letters, your everything. Yeah, so please come up when your name is called. I apologize. We'll try that again. Michelle Arnold, Cole Brooks, Connor Brooks, Brody Carr, Emma Chuck, Sydney Collins, Chase Comer, Adam Conley, Felicity Copenhaver, Daniel Cox, Ashlynne Kreider, Logan Cutliff, Areli Diaz Sanchez, Jordan Driver, Chloe Hassler, Jillian Hedrick, Angeli Hernandez Sereno, Brooklyn High, Gracie Holtz, Tyler Jones, Emily Justice, Brian Kyle, Eliza Loki, Kaylee Lowe, Chloe Mathias, Jenna May, Kate Meredith, Danny Payne, Casper Rayo, Marshall Rayo, Mia Ryan, Grace Sherman, Cameron Showalter, Lewis Slater, Lacey Smith, Julia Trumbo, Danielle Turner, Kwong Choi, Liam Boon Pyong, Nina Vaughn, Anna Burink, and Tacoma Williams. Seniors receiving a letter and star: Luke Garber, Riley McDonald. Seniors receiving a bar: Emma Bagan, Jacqueline Barrios, Catcher Box, Jacqueline Carranza, Rebecca Carranza, Jacob Cash, Savannah Copenhaver, Austin Beavers, Lillian Dove, Madison Fink, Grace Fritz, Autumn Folk, Noah Hertzler, George Holsinger, Emily Jenkins, Daniel Jimenez, Maria Lopez, Ryan Martin, Alyssa Mongold, Delaney Mongold, Kevin Morales, Peyton Morris, Madison Pence, Alejandro Perez, Joanna Roxas, Ashton Saunders, Kaylee Shiflett, Caitlin Showalter, Kyla Weaver, and Abigail Whitmore. And seniors receiving a letter, Dylan Dorsey, Abigail Good, Landon Stuemiller, and Anna Wilkins. Please give them a round of applause. All right, on to our juniors. Juniors receiving a star. Hara Abdulzara, Aiden Bailey, Aiden Basil, Blaine Bieber, Brianna Calhoun, McKenna Campbell, Charlie Davidson, Kaden Dove, Zoe Earl, Emily Elliott, Savannah Fox, Margaret Gerst, Marshall Good, Ariana Grimm, Elijah Hall, Gavin Halterman, Brent Harper, Jamie Heingardner, Andrew Kaufman, Nicole Lance, Javier Lazaro, William McGilvray, Braylon Miller, Hannah Mumaw, Tyler Moyers, Louis Nagy, Ethan Palmer, Jordan Passarelli, Derek Pence, Laura Rayo, Zachary Reedy, Lainey Reed, Jomar Rojo, Catherine Bruano, Ethan Russell, Leah Ryman, Olivia Scarver, Victoria Seal, Kylie Shirk, Branson Seaver, Jaden Turner, Emma Weatherholtz, Lindsay Weimer, Jenna Wolf, and Isaac Wooters. Juniors receiving a letter and a star. Connor Shannon Holtz, Aiden Weimer. Juniors receiving a bar. Ali Alzer, Graciela Alvarez, Caleb Barnes, Allison Bryan, Madison Crawford, Ethan Foltz, Ashlyn Folk, Lily Gatesman, Karen Granados, Lainey Grither, Brooklyn Hensley, McKenna Hensley, Cole Nicely, Sarah Lazaro Claus, Tylee Lopez, Timothy Lupanov, Samantha Mann, Samantha Palmer, Camden Reedy, Ashley Runyon, Kevin Santiago, Lorelei Saunders, Riley Savarant, Alan Showalter, Ellie Simmers, Ella Summers, Drew Spiegel, Allison Strotterman, Jasmine Thompson, Sil Ying Bung Liam Bun Hyun, Natalie Watts, Faith Wetzel, Hannah Wilkes, Sierra Wolverton, and Nathan Zirkle. And juniors receiving their letter, Carson Lord and Jovan Znevich. Let's give them a hand, please.
Sophomores receiving their star. Robert Ailman Binetta, Peyton Alger, Rhett Armstrong, Anna Berkey, Deanna Chapman, Ava Churchill, Asia Dang, Jacqueline Diaz, Alexa Dingus, Taylor Driver, Fedor Drunall, Ian Garber, Hannah Good, Herschel Hoffitz, Caroline McCutcheon, Maggie McCutcheon, Vanessa Ramirez Santabanez, Kimberly Schmidt. Sophomores receiving their letter and star, John Holsinger, Jason Kang, Logan Kazmaier, Sophomores receiving their bar, Lauren Abernathy, Taylor Boner, Callista Couture, Matthew Cox, Alexander Dennis, Malcolm Imsweiler, Liam Esch, Vivian Fear, Afton Fisher, Deborah Freed, Julia Haviland, Branson Hensley, Piper Heinwartner, Madison Hoover, Luke Lambert, Jared Loudermilk, Autumn Lucas, Mason Lynn, Charity Miller, Braden Mungle, Amy Zano, Taylor Roadcap, Maggie Roberts, Ray Salinas, Isaac Schuett, Gabrielle Sheridan, Taylor Suiters, Aiden Webb, and Carol Wood. Sophomores receiving their letter, Spencer Bodkin, Emily Conley, Rihanna Crawford, Drake Garrison, Jasmine Gett, Chase Fanini, Scarlett Hernandez, Karis Hubbard, Paula Kabish, Alexandra Massarello, Shayla Nava Sanchez, Yoselin Resendez, Kiwi Ritchie, and Austin Williams. Freshmen receiving their letter and star. First off, let's give a round of applause to our At this time, freshmen receiving their letter and star. Leah Bennett, Jaron Billmeyer, Lily Brown, Victoria Buell, Braden Burkhalter, Morgan Conley, Mason Dellinger, Gavin Deal, Jordan Ennis, Elijah Esch, Caleb Estep, Natalie Flora, Tanner Falk, Lydia Good, Alexandra Green, Catherine Greenwald, Lily Harner, Natalie Hart, James Herrick, Davis Hinkle, Aliyah Janney, Savannah Jansen, Madison Keller, Claire Mathias, Catherine Molina, Layden Mungo, Lainey Morris, Haley Ozenkowski, Alexis Phillips, Skylar Phillips, Dylan Rhodes, Jaden Ritchie, Romney Ritchie, Asher Ryan, Eric Santiago, Leah Sauer, Addison Shanholtz, Ty Sharp, Kylie Simmers, Ashlyn Spitzer, Brooklyn Spitzer, Lillian Tennyson, Logan Thompson, Ren Wheeler, Talon Wetzel, Caleb Wyant, and Tristan Yoder. Freshmen receiving their letter, Haley Bryant, Aiden Causey, Diego Cavarubas Campos, Nathaniel Collins, Felicia Colvin, Grace Conley, Shenandoah Cox, Josiah Kreider, Lucas Dodd, Peyton Frank, Zachary Fritz, Gianna Galati, Riley Garrison, Elizabeth Greenewalt, Faithlyn Hart, Ashley Hoover, Stephen Huffman, Kaylin Keller, John Lance, Edwin Lopez, Anna Karen Lopez Awas, Danny Maldonado, Calvin Mitchell, Emerson Molina, Emma Morris, Aaron Nagy, Jimmy Nguyen, Kaylee Pope, Samuel Post, Brady Ray, Carly Reedy, Christian Riviera, Adriana Romero, Leslie Romero Pineda, Bishop Rucker, Abigail Sheridan, Lee Slater, Audrey Smith, Carly Sonfrank, Isabella Strickler, and Elijah Yudson.
Next is the departmental awards. Each year, every department nominates a recipient that best represents their department and exemplifies the commitment and excellence of each subject area. Each department chair will come forward to present their award.
Unfortunately, Janae Pettit is unable to be here this evening, but I'm more than happy to present this award on behalf of the Broadway Agriculture Department. The young man receiving this award is no stranger to our agricultural department. He has been actively taking as many ag classes as possible since his freshman year and has served on the FFA officer team all 4 of his years at Broadway. During this time, he has demonstrated growth, initiative, and exceptional leadership skills. In addition, he has achieved many accomplishments over the years, including winning 3rd place in the nation in the FFA forestry contest and winning a state proficiency award by having an outstanding project in forestry management, for which he will represent the state of Virginia at the National FFA Convention in October 2023. So it is with great pleasure that on behalf of Ms. Pettit, Mr. Hoppeditz, and Mr. Black, that I announce Blake Payne as the Department Award recipient.
Selecting the Art Student of the Year this year has been a particularly difficult process. We have a very strong group of 17 seniors who have survived and thrived during the year that stopped, completed online semester classes working with clay and paint in their homes and bedrooms last year, and then learning to adjust to many challenges of this year. From this group of outstanding creative artists, we have selected Rebecca Carranza. Rebecca has successfully completed, Rebecca, are you here? If you want to come on up. Rebecca has successfully completed Art 1 and 2 classes, crafts classes, and AP Studio classes. She's an enthusiastic and creative student, a generous and caring individual. Rebecca is involved in the National Art Honor Society and in creating artwork for the school. Rebecca selected and exhibited an impressive senior show of her work in the last 4 years. Rebecca's eye-catching flower paintings have led to commissions and purchases by interested persons. Rebecca would like to continue painting after graduation, as well as using her training as a mechanic. Congratulations, Rebecca, and all the best in your future artistic endeavors.
Good evening. My name is Becky Harris. I'm the music department head and band director here at Broadway High School. In choosing our senior band department winner this year, we selected Grace Sherman. Grace Sherman is a one-of-a-kind type of person. She is kind, she is smart, she is funny, and she is serious and dedicated and distracted and talented. In her 4 years here at Broadway, she has taken 14 different music classes, in addition to the 8 to 10 extracurricular music groups that she's been a part of. She's a leadership member of the Marching Band, Triumph Music Honor Society, and United Sound Club. However, what makes Grace so special is more than all this. Grace takes the time to see her teachers as real people. I have been well and truly spoiled by this student in the past 4 years. She's the first one in the band room every morning, and she turns on my air purifiers, and she marks off the day on the calendar, and she cleans my board. She's the last one to leave, cleaning up after her peers, and typically sweeping the cage room before she goes, just to make sure that it's nice and clean. And then, just for good measure, she'll leave me a sticky note with a positive message on my podium or on the whiteboard. She brings me coffee and chocolate way too often, but sometimes flowers or bookmarks or something that she sees that she thinks that my kids might like. She shows her care for the band and for this school in all of her actions every single day. I will watch with pride as she goes on next year to major in music at Radford University, and as she becomes one of my colleagues in the future. Congratulations, Grace.
This year's Business Academic Award recipient is a well-rounded student and a four-sport athlete competing in golf, football, basketball, and baseball. He was a top 10 scorer in the accounting exam at the 2022 Virginia DECA State Conference. After graduation, he will be attending Bridgewater College, where he plans to major in business with a focus in accounting. It is my privilege to award the 2022 BHS Business Academic Award to Ben Hutchison.
Hi, I'm the choral director. This year's award goes to Tacoma TJ Williams. TJ has worked hard to exemplify the pillars of the choir department: safety, musicianship, community, and professionalism. But what I'd like to focus on tonight is TJ's professionalism. TJ has treated being a musician as his job in his high school career, his passion, and the lens through which he interacts with many aspects of his life. He's also demonstrated his professionalism through his dedication to high standards. But what I'm struck most by in TJ's professional approach to music is his consistency. In a world of one-hit wonders and following your heart that are held out as paragons of virtue, TJ has showed up to rehearsal regardless of life circumstances, hours slept the night before, or how many events he has left to attend that day, consistently. His efforts have paid off. TJ has been selected for multiple honor events, including district and all Virginia choirs, as well as leadership roles in the music department. TJ has also led with an open heart and sought to bring students together through music. This past year, I remember watching TJ caring for another musical cast member who was having a difficult time, even though he himself had had a difficult few days. Similarly, over the past few years, I've often found him coaching younger students, offering tips and tricks with humor and kindness. Over the past few years, TJ's love for music and for others has also encouraged him to get involved with the community through his music outside the school building. And I am more proud of him for that than any of his awards, that he's become a lifelong musician, taking music out of the classroom and off the stage into the world. TJ, that consistency you practiced over the last 4 years is going to serve you well for the rest of your life. You're also a wonderful musician with a big heart, and I can't wait to hear how your passion for people and the power of music to change people and communities takes you in your next chapter. Congratulations.
Jacqueline Barrios is receiving the Departmental Award for Creative Writing this year. She has taken the creative writing course all 4 years of her time at BHS, and in that tenure she has shown great devotion to the craft. She has grown in her sense of self and in her grace with expression. Jackie mainly writes poetry, and her work displays depth of outward observation and internal exploration. Ms. Ward regrets that she is unable to present this award in person this evening, and she reports that having Jackie in class for the past 4 years has been a joy. Congratulations, Jackie, and thank you for your dedication to the written word. I am proud to also be presenting the English Department Award to Mia Ryan. I have known Mia for the last 2 years and have had the privilege of being her English teacher for both of those years. Mia is a voracious reader and an exceptionally skilled writer. When assigning short stories written by obscure authors, Mia often could recommend other works written by them. When assigning books for students to read in literature circles, Mia often had read most, if not all, of the options that were available. From classics to modern literature, Mia reads, analyzes, and relates her reading to the world around her. Mia is also an incredibly talented writer. Whether writing creatively or academically, she meets and exceeds every expectation with a nuanced understanding of genre and voice that I have rarely seen in someone of her age. Her essays in AP Language and dual enrollment have set the bar for what a mature, college-level writer should strive for in their work. Mia, I have been impressed and inspired by your talent, but more importantly by your personal commitment to excellence. As an English department, we are so incredibly proud to give you this honor tonight.
It is my pleasure to award Hannah White-Hare the 2022 BHS Family and Consumer Sciences Department Award. Hannah has shown great commitment to both her FCS studies and her FCCLA club. She has proven herself to be generous, enthusiastic, and helpful both in and out of class. Hannah has taken the lead in many ways, like organizing student activities, volunteering, and presenting information to help educate our larger BHS community. After graduation, Hannah is headed to Liberty University to pursue her dream of becoming an elementary educator. It has been an honor to know Hannah, and I wish her all the best in the future.
The Marketing Department Award is given to a student who has taken at least 3 marketing courses, actively participated in the professional co-curricular organization DECA by attending our district, state, or international competitions, leading a committee to assist with one of our many events throughout the year, or volunteering a minimum of 15 hours per year towards the organization. This year's nominee meets all of those requirements in addition to serving as a DECA officer for the past 3 years. She is also a well-rounded individual with varying interests and abilities, has been a joy to work with, grown in her leadership and public speaking abilities. Recently, she just called me the crazy woman that enlisted her into my program, and recognizes the importance of a strong work ethic, persistence, and intellectual integrity. It's for these reasons that the Marketing Department would like to recognize Gracie Hulse as this year's recipient.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Becky Harris, and I am the math department chair here at Broadway High School. I just want to take a minute to thank all the parents, guardians who are here tonight with their kids. There's a lot of really awesome students coming up here on the stage tonight, and it's a privilege to get to work with your young people. Every year, the math department gets together and talks about who is the most deserving of this award, and every year it's really tough. We weigh out lots of different things, and this year was no exception to that. But this year's award is going to go to Ashlynne Kreider. If she wants to come on up here, I'll talk a little bit about how wonderful that she is. Ashlynne has taken not just the required math courses, but extra math, which I know for some of you is probably hard to believe that somebody would want to take extra math, but Ashlynne does. And she didn't just do the easy classes, she did the really tough ones. And she didn't just do them when we were in person. She took extra classes last year online and had to teach herself math in that way, which everybody in this room knows how difficult that looks. She is just has this incredible work ethic that she displays each and every day, including taking AP Calculus this year, which was quite the challenge. She met that challenge head on. She didn't shy away from it. She took the things that were giving her struggles and figured out how to make it work for her, which is really, really difficult to do. So it is with great pleasure and honor that I award this year's award from the Math Department to Ashlynne Kreider.
The best journalists tell their story any way they can, through vivid descriptive language, captivating human interest, innovative and eye-catching design, stage-stopping photography. It doesn't matter. What does matter is, can that journalist get a team to rally behind them, motivate, and pick themselves up when they feel downtrodden and beat back themselves. I can't emphasize how critical it is for high school students to have a sense of authentic voice, not something manufactured and prescribed, something raw and real. Alyssa Mongrel, this year's award recipient, knows how to find these stories and share them with the world in a way that I believe demonstrates mastery of the craft and a lifelong passion for ensuring that all voices are represented and that they have their fair chance to shine. In case you missed it, the last few years have been crazy for publications. I'm pleased to have had the opportunity to work with Alyssa to complete a book that I believe will springboard us to new standards. Thank you, Alyssa.
Good evening. I'm Danny Lanoon, a PE teacher here, and I'm presenting on behalf of our department head, Derek Trumbo, who could not be with us because of the tennis match this evening. Students nominated for the Health and PE Department Award must meet the following criteria. We require that they maintain an A average in 9th and 10th grade PE, that they come into class every day with a positive attitude no matter what the activity is, which includes fitness testing. Demonstrates the qualities of leadership, sportsmanship, and citizenship during and outside of class, and exemplifies physical activity lifestyle during class and outside as well. This year's recipient not only participates in football, but he's also a wrestler, and he is also a member of the track team. In addition to those things, he also participates in a local 4-H, our SFA here at school, along with the Rueting Club. I personally have enjoyed working with this student, and I have seen things that just pretty much solidified that he was the best choice for this award. He has helped his fellow classmates, not only his circle of friends, classmates, but his fellow classmates succeed, especially in the weight room and in other activities that we do. And so on behalf of the BHS Physical Education Department, I would like to congratulate Herschel Confidence.
Good evening. My name is Yates Hall, and I'm the Science Department Chair. Each year, the 8 members of the Broadway High School Science Department meet to nominate the outstanding science students in the graduating class. From those nominations, we look for the senior student who has taken a wide variety of the science courses offered here at Broadway High School. Then we look for that senior student who has chosen to take science courses for many of their electives. And then we seek out that senior student who has left an impression on the department because of the quality of their work ethic, and just a very genuine interest in the sciences. On behalf of the Broadway High School Science Department, it is my honor to recognize Ms. Jordan Driver as the Class of 2022 Science Department Award recipient.
Good evening. My name is Josh Twerk, and I am pleased to present the Social Studies Department Award to Emma Chop. Whether it is in AP Psychology or Current Affairs, this student consistently demonstrates her work ethic. In fact, one of her teachers said that she was one of the hardest working students that I've ever had the pleasure to teach. She's always willing to ask questions about the material and is a great asset to herself and her peers as well. In addition to stellar academics, this student participated in the Virginia Model General Assembly, where for the past 2 years, she took on the added challenge of serving as a lobbyist. She made such an impression that she received a highly coveted personal invitation to attend the national conference over the summer. This is just one example of many where this student displays leadership, poise, and work ethic. What truly sets the student apart from her peers is her integrity. In every interaction she engages in throughout the day, she displays amazing kindness, honesty, and respect. She shows the same deference to everyone, whether she is talking to the principal or simply trying to help another student feel comfortable in a group activity. For all these reasons, Emma Chupp is the recipient of the 2022 Social Studies Department Award.
Presenting the Special Achievement Award to a senior this year. We take into account the growth made by students as well as their character to determine the recipient of this award. This year, our award goes to Riley McDonald. I have had the absolute pleasure of knowing Riley from my very first student teaching placement over 5 years ago at Hilliard. I'm extremely thankful to have known such a kind, understanding, and hardworking student since the start of my career. Over the last 5 years, I've been able to know many sides of Riley. When first meeting Riley, it is clear that he has an unwavering work ethic and a willingness to help without hesitation. He is seen helping pack food bags, volunteering at the elementary school, and lending a hand to anyone in need. His commitment to learning will undoubtedly lead him to success at Bridgewater College as he studies science with the goal of making a positive impact on our environment. After knowing Riley, I am delighted by his sense of humor and the joy he brings into the classroom. This quality can be seen in the fun facts he shares with the class every day. His favorite, and the most disturbing in my opinion, is that beetles are crushed into red dye. He loves to tell everyone that and loves to remind me of that whenever I'm eating anything red. And if you take a quick glance at the walls of my classroom, you will reveal hidden and not so hidden pencils that he has magically stuck to all 4 of my walls.
I have thoroughly enjoyed being a cheerleader for Riley's accomplishments while attending BHS, and I'm sure he will have many as he continues to Bridgewater. He will truly be missed by the folks here, and I am so thankful to be honoring a student that has been such a positive light in the teacher's days here. Congratulations, Riley.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Lowe, and I am the Technology and Engineering Instructor for BHS. The student receiving this award has been a cornerstone of our TSA and engineering program before I even came here 2 years ago. Some of his accomplishments, though, in his 4 years has been becoming the state champion for engineering problem solving for 2 years in a row. This year, he built 2 custom 3D printers for our program, which we then use for outreach programs. And then on top of that, took on an electric vehicle custom build that we'll be racing this May as his own personal project. At one point, the student even mentioned to me that he spends about 90% of his free time in our engineering lab, and I have no doubt about that. Please, this year, congratulate our Engineering Department Award recipient for 2021-2022, Adam Conley, on a job well done, and good luck with your future endeavors at Bryant Tool. They have picked up a very special person. Sorry, here I made a custom award for it, and now it's sticking to the actual podium. I was going to say someone nailed it up.
I'll also be presenting the Theater Award on behalf of Claire Covington. This year's Theater Award goes to Emmy Weatherholtz. Emmy has been involved in the theater club, one act, and musical throughout her high school career, and basically if it's theater related, Emmy's there. She is a leader on stage and off, and I've particularly seen her come into her own this year during a musical. She's curious, enthusiastic, smart, and often comes back with a witty remark when we're in class. She is also always pushing herself to be better and asking for feedback. These are all such incredibly important qualities in an actor. She may come out off as a class clown sometimes, but she is deadly serious about her craft. We're so excited that she's going to be attending GCU in the fall for theater, and congrats and break a leg.
Good evening. I'm Dan Hill, and I teach French here in the World Language Department. And this year, I am pleased to present the French Award to Tyler Moyers, otherwise known as Francois in class. However, not Francois Premier, but he knows a little bit about him as well. Tyler has always given the extra effort to learn French. His willingness to practice French in class and even outside of class on time, in class time. That has allowed him to develop a level of proficiency in French that is appropriate for a level 3 student. On those days that I have to attend my county meetings, Tyler is always willing to help me be sure that all my assignments are in Schoology and that everybody can access them. So it's been a real help to me, and I appreciate that a great deal. So it's my pleasure to give the award to Tyler.
evening. I'm the Latin teacher, and Latin's a difficult subject mostly because nobody speaks it anymore. And sometimes you have to bend the laws of physics to make it understandable. And Brent Harper in 9th grade decided to relate everything to the noun caseus. So you get sentences like caseus es puer, which is the boy is cheese. And that's just one way Brent shows that he's a leader in the classroom. He leads through service, through simplifying complex ideas, relating the ancient world as he's gotten older and more mature. Well, he's fairly mature. You know, as you become an older student and appreciate the complexities of the ancient world and applying it to today, and in all his interests in FFA, FBLA, and all those, he's a true leader, hardest working student I've met in a long time, and just a fine young man. So I'm pleased to present the Latin Award to Brent Harper.
Good evening. My name is Emily Harris Henry, and I'm our World Languages Department Chair here at Broadway, and I have the joy of teaching Spanish. And I tell all of my students every year, I teach the best students at Broadway. And the problem with that is when you have to choose amongst the best students, who is the best of the best students, it becomes very difficult. It was so difficult this year, in fact, that the Spanish department met 3 separate times to determine who would be our Student of the Year this year. And it is with great pleasure that I give this award to Tylee Lopez Lopez. Tylee is not only dedicated, and her work is amazing. It is always done to the best of her ability and always, always above average. I don't think Tylee would ever turn in average work because it would just feel wrong to her. Tylee is also willing to work and willing to help anyone. Tylee is dependable, and she demonstrates integrity in all of her actions. And Rockingham County has a 5 C's curriculum that talks about creativity and collaboration, and Tylee embodies all of those things. I am so excited to give you this award, Tylee, and to award something that I felt was very special, that sometimes the quietest voices make the biggest impact.
In closing, we want to thank all the parents, family, and friends who took the time out of their busy schedules to help celebrate our amazing students tonight. To our awards recipients, congratulations again. Continue to do amazing work both in and out of the classroom. Students who did receive an award tonight are invited to enjoy some ice cream this coming Monday, May 9th, during lunches. The 9th and 10th graders will receive their ice cream during first lunch, and the 11th and 12th graders will receive their ice cream during second lunch. Thank you again for attending the 2021-22 Academic Awards Ceremony, and we look forward to a great end of the year.